Tom was always had our back, and we never got caught in an avalanche. Dana sent an avalanche on me in Mammoth, but you weren't there, Tom.
Yeah,
I wasn't there.
You weren't there.
I'm calling bullshit on that one because for our fans out there, Tom Burt goes back to the extreme days of snowboarding, early days of snowboarding, and Damian Sanders, myself, Tom Burt, we're all teammates for Avalanche Snowboard, and Tom, we did the jumps and you did the extreme shit, and every time we asked for advice, he'd be like, "Yeah, look." It looks like it's anybody's guess, and then you just fucking like, what did that mean?
What did
That means he's a powder hog.
Yeah.
Like he did and he'd like, okay, it's anybody's guess, and he'd bone out. We're like, fuck, okay. So yeah, and that was I don't know if you could jump yet, but yeah, no, Tom Burt, welcome to the show. Tex, as always, good to have you back. I see.
Thank you, sir. Good to be back.
Thanks.
We're coming off the best year ever. So you're in Tahoe, right, Tom?
Yep.
Are you out of Tahoe?
Yeah, I'm here still riding snow.
All right, fill us in on what you've
it's
been
been
up to.
Well, I mean, this season's been powder since November. The season started off, and then it's been just epic. I mean, we had 800 inches of snow here. So we're still skiing corn, perfect corn snow out there every day. Otherwise, it's just been, from November till now. And it's going to last at least till July 4th around here. So
and Tom, you've been traveling over in Europe. Tell us a little bit about.
Yeah, I've been over in France a bit. Yeah, down in Biarritz area surfing. I was in Austria snowboarding at the Longboard Classic fun race, kind of just to get together, which was really fun to see all the European riders over there. A few U.S. riders, but mostly Europe. And then still going up to Baker and doing the bank slalom. That's usually where I see Tex. We had to get together with Steve Graham this year, and otherwise,
good old Grammy.
Yeah.
Speaking of Graham in France, did you make it over to Le Grave by any chance, Tom?
No, did not. Sorry, I got to turn mine off. It says my internet sucks for this moment.
We can hear you.
But no, I didn't make it to Le. I haven't been back to Le Grave for a while. I mean, the last time that we were there, Tex and I, he had his girlfriend there.
And I was mayor of the village pretty much too.
Yeah, pretty much. And we were all just jealous because he had the best looking girl in town that lived there, and he was hanging out there. So
attaboy.
That was it. But I mean, it was pretty funny. That's the one town or one of the towns, but everybody was like, "Oh, you're Tom Burt," and the girls were all excited. And they had a poster of me in the girls' bathroom.
Yeah.
Hung up at the bar.
Nice.
So they all the girls made me go in and sign the poster in their bathroom.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's a good one.
You're at home now.
Hey, that must
be
the White Varnays, man. The White Varnays kicked in, huh?
Well, that's... It was always, sponsored by Varney back in the day. They sent a box to us, to the Avalanche team. And, there was like, there was tortoiseshells and black ones and, red ones and blue ones and white ones. And I put the white ones on and everyone said, "Those are the ugliest things I've ever seen." And I was like, okay, well, that's mine.
Stick with that.
Yeah, those used to be your trademark back in the day. It's funny, Tom, is somebody sent me a picture from from Snow Summit. There's a poster of me and Damien on the side of the railing on the bar, like the lodge, front of the lodge at the bottom by the lifts, and it was from the Varney Air Show. We're standing there with our OP boards with our little fucking the little neon things on, the headbands and the whole deal, and the whole hairdo, you know.
You guys were like flock of
Yep.
seagulls with the Dayglow OP gear.
Yeah, I know it well.
Yeah, I know a few people texted me like they're like, "Hey, you're on the fucking." They got a banner of us up there. I'm like, "Oh, that's funny." Whenever we still get a free ticket and go, "Hey, that's me. Give us a ticket." Good time.
So Tex, let's hear from you. You got a little snowboarding in this year up in Baker.
Yeah, I mean, usually either Baker gets it or Tahoe gets it, but
Yeah.
this year we both got it. Tahoe got quite a bit more. I went for a visit down there, and it's almost more than you know what to do with. It does take just some logistics as far as what road's going to be open, how many lifts are open, this and that.
Yeah.
But as far as Baker was beyond epic because it was way colder than normal. The snow was all fluffy. It wasn't the concrete that we're used to, that once you make one run on it, it's done because it's, it's a curb or a ditch. But it would, fluff around and stay nice. And it was super consistent and not much rain or melt at all. It was, even to the last day we were riding POW. It was, we were really blessed this year. It was super good.
Cool. And just for the people watching out there, both these guys are really good surfers. Tom actually surfs on Tahoe Lake. You got a secret spot out there. We're not going to let anybody know where that is, but you said somehow they found out your little secret spot over there.
Yeah.
What about the snow bike, Tex? You've been riding.
Yeah, now there's.
Yeah, I've putted around on it a fair bit, but having some technical issues with it right now. But I think it just needs a new spark plug, and we'll be up and going. But not enough.
I'd go with the triple plugs.
Go triple instead of dual.
Yeah.
Yeah. And make sure you get those split ones.
Oh yeah.
The dual,
the oil there, buddy.
The dual dipsticks and the fuel injected brake lines are out of calibrated when I was trying to gap my oil.
Yeah. I'd just go with cut brake lines.
So do you ever learn how to jump, Tom?
Jump, drop.
No, grab your board. Remember when we used to do all the foofy tricks on the snowboard and you didn't grab your board? Did you ever start doing tricks?
No, I never. I did tricks back in the day, but they were, different. The best, the best trick I can do is probably just a grasser.
What about the Tindy? You remember the Tindy, Tom?
Yeah, the Tindy. I remember the Tindy. Mine was the T-bone, which was twister Tindy.
That's right. That's what it was.
Front hand to the back rail.
Hey, I just got to give you a hard time because, I remember back in the day as a professional snowboarder, you used to make Damien and I go down the dumbest shit and I don't know what, and then we'd be on the road and you and Jim Lacey, you guys would just pull over and start climbing up a fucking mountain and shit. You guys still you?
Yeah, we still do that same dumb shit.
We'd be in the car, and shit, and you'd be climbing up the side of the cliff and shit.
Yeah, well, you guys benefited from that whole thing. You guys are snowboarders because of it.
Yeah, we did. I mean, we had to get back.
If we could get you to the lip of the jump and everything was golden.
Yeah. No, that was some fun stuff, but it was kind of fun going down shit that you couldn't make a turn in. Good old days.
Well, that's why y'all rode hard boots for so long, probably, right?
Yeah, dude, we used to fucking land in the back seat. You could just fucking be on the couch, just fucking, roll right out of it.
Like a bulldozer, you can just mob through anything with those hard boots, yeah?
Yeah, remember the 180s, the big old planks, Tom, when we rode the 180 avalanches, and those things, they went through anything. You could just, you could land fucking anything so out of shape, and you just fucking those things were vicious.
Yeah, that was just a form to land on.
Yeah. Unreal.
It was amazing. We rode those things in the pipe.
Right.
Here's the best grasser I can do. I don't know if you guys can see that. This was last year at the retro race.
Oh, look at you.
That's me grabbing my board for you, Dana.
I can't even get that high anymore. I can't even. I'd be like, hell no.
That's in the ditch.
Yeah, no. I did. I thought I was coming out of retirement, like I was riding with my kid a lot, just killing it. And then Damien and Zavo and everybody showed up, and I was trying to mop everybody, and I blew my tib and fib. Now I got a metal leg and a kickstand. So I got no toe edge. Pretty much no toe edge.
Yeah.
That's because you never would change your blinker fluid.
Well,
that's right.
Yeah,
and you knocked out your teeth with a tripod.
I could still ride. The only difference is if I'm not going to make the landing perfect, I got to roll and just take a shoulder hit. I can't not land perfect.
Tuck and roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to just take a body hit. Like,
hey, Maestro, we got some footage that, courtesy of Mr. Mike Hatchett of Standard Films. Let's go to, I think it's number 2.
Let's
roll that, and the boys can talk about this.
Let's do it. Here we go in 3, 2.
Yeah, it's the days I was sponsored by a beer company.
Those trips I went on was
Heckler.
Texans town, the mayor.
It's my village.
That's your village?
Where's that at?
Matterhorn.
The Matterhorn, I was going to say.
We dubbed that in.
Matterhorn.
There's a church.
Go over there with Rocket Reeves and Tom Burt. And
you guys were with Rocket.
Really cool ride.
On that one.
First thing in the morning, we go punk.
3-pack.
Yeah, we did some stuff
Always
with
there
Rocket.
fresh after every storm.
These jumps right here we did every morning on our first run. That was our warm-up run.
Nice.
Yeah, the thing about
And you
LaGrotte,
guys
it's
are
only
putting in
7,000
fresh
vert
tracks
for
right
your
there.
warm-up run.
Cliffs.
Yeah, right. Breakfast jump.
So we had the whole place to ourselves. So much fun. Just fresh lines all day long. 7,000 vert, 1 tram, no ski patrol, no snow patrol. You want to go up there and kill yourself?
There you go, Tex.
Looking good then, huh?
There's Tom. I know that style.
This is in Vars.
Wow.
Krakatoa guy.
You're just going for it right there.
Yeah, always in the fucking Krakatoa.
Let her loose. Who's this here?
That's me.
Texan.
Is it Texan? Come on, really?
Yeah.
That was the,
This is both you guys, right?
yeah.
It's 3 of us. No.
Oh, you
just
got
2 of us.
Rocket there?
Yeah. That's when I fell into the crevasse in this field. I veered too far off and went in the hole.
Tom Burt.
How'd you get
This is
out?
where I cracked the rocks, I think.
It's really tight shit.
Yeah, we saw this from a restaurant like miles
Hey,
away.
there it is, D. This is what you didn't want to do.
So narrow.
Yeah, no. Tom Burt used to make us do shit like that.
Yeah, but there's shit happens sometimes when I ride it.
Feeling good.
Nice.
Do if not, kind of
This is
pull off
Texan here, I think. No?
left, go through.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Super narrow little hour.
Yeah, I watched this piece,
Got to pin it.
and you're saying something, Tom, about like he
Feet,
cleared all the snow.
turns trying to shut it down. I got to go first, and I took a little bit of the snow away
This
from
is-
Tom.
He went through and made it clean. And I went through after him and caught a rock.
There you go, D.
Yeah.
You want to do that?
And it sent me for a blue.
Oh, Tom,
Oh,
what are you doing?
I went down.
I was just snow testing.
That was Tom Burt trying to follow me.
That's a wall hit right there.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my punchline. I always say, yeah, that's Tom Burt trying to follow me.
In Alaska. And first time I watched him ride, it was pretty obvious the guy had a lot of power in his riding and just sheer talent for big mountain.
Is this Mike Hatchett filming from a helicopter?
Yeah, I believe
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Either the heli or another peak.
Yeah, all heli. This is
Heli.
heli.
Nothing like Alaska, huh?
The mountain.
No,
Yeah,
that's.
There's nowhere you can do that
Alaska
open.
Now?
Yeah, this is AK Valdez.
So Valdez, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that
There was
place.
so many untouched things that we could just name.
Right, riding on Texan is always a laugh. You know, he's never serious, but he's always serious about riding. He's an incredible person to have out there. You know, Texan has great energy out in the backcountry and lots of fun. That's what Texan was all about, having lots of fun on the snow.
How good is that snow? Damn.
Pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good.
That's sweet. That's surfing right there.
Oh, that was just so live.
Yeah.
On top.
That was after we sat in a hotel room for 2 weeks. That was the day after this snow here.
That's the good.
Yeah.
Remember
We had
we'd
to
go
stay
into,
low angle because everything was sliding
What was
so
it?
easily.
Wasn't it Sena Lodge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we play hardball pool. If the ball didn't go off the table, it wasn't a good shot.
Yep.
Remember the darts? We put your hand in front of the dartboard.
Yeah, we put our hands up.
Cool part of the job.
I remember you threw one into Damien's hand, Dana.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
at any time, but
Got him.
the first person on top of a mountain where no one's ever
Alaska
been
has some gnarly shit.
special about it, and it's just
That's
The
the
crazy
elephant.
thing is, like, when you're
No,
going
it's
up
the
with
detention center.
on
How's
a heli,
this
the
double-
heli.
How's my
the
two
heli guys telling
helicopters?
you to,
Yeah.
Put that in your mind reverse, because when you get up there, you saw it one way, but then you have to think of it reverse.
Right.
Right,
Yeah.
guys?
Yeah, it's
And
all
it-
upside down and backwards. You have to learn how
So
to
it's
do
easy if you're
That must
easy if you're
be
dyslexic.
Yeah, was that Chet?
That had to be Chet with that drop in on the heli.
No, that was a new
Sweet.
guy. That's the guy that got kicked out of the Air Force for something.
Yeah. Oh,
so
really?
we picked him up, and he is a hot shot, like fresh heli pilot guy.
That's right.
We just fired 2 heli pilots right before we found that guy because no one was good enough as
Yeah.
Chet, and so we had
We
to
always
settle
went up
this
with
guy.
Chet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, how was that ripple deal? Fuck that.
How do you guys know? How do you guys know when a cliff's coming up? Like the
because
line that you're gonna pick and land.
because you at it and then you
Like
have
right
your
there,
marker
you're
out there.
climbing on the spines,
Yeah, but
so you're not
You
getting
get
in the
out-
slough.
you have
Yeah.
a marker out there for where you're at, and then you choose a big
Like look
big
at that.
feature that
That's ridiculous. Those
So
little
me
spines.
and Tom rochambeaued over this run, and I won. So I got to go first. You remember Tom?
You know, I
That's
never.
sweet.
Yeah.
Is that up in like the books or something? Or
It's out there somewhere. It all runs together now, kind of.
I know we had to name them because nobody had been down those things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the ones that are sketchy to where you don't really want to go first? I've been on those with Sabo, and I'm like, you know what? I don't know. You can go. But then you don't want to be up there by yourself either.
You can test the
yeah,
waters.
Yeah.
There's a little slough line.
Like that looked a little sketchy.
Yeah. There's the Sena Lodge.
There it is.
There she
That's
is.
where we met a guy in the
Yeah.
parking lot, and he took us up in that little bubble and crashed over my head with Dana in it.
Yeah, that could have been a fucked up day, right?
yeah.
He
Guys,
broke the helicopter in half.
yeah, you guys were lucky.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I know.
were.
My
My
last
dad,
Fuel everywhere.
my dad had just got out of the heli right when Dana and Zabo all got in there and went and filmed their deal. My dad had just gotten out, and we had ridden that same heli earlier that year with Jeff Fulton and Hollenbeck and Bass and Little B. And the thing wouldn't start when we got out to where the landing zone was. And it just like shitty bang bang. It started coughing and sputtering, and all this smoke came out of it. And the guy goes, "All right, it's good. Y'all get in." And
we're all good to go.
Dude, I barely got Fulton to ride that thing, man. And but it ran good while we had it. He must have had his dipsticks calibrated,
like
you know.
Belljet Ranger.
No, that's what Chet rode. Was he flew the Ranger, and that thing was just sweet. Left over from Vietnam, I think, and he got a good deal on it. It's just a full bubble.
That's what we crashed, or Dana crashed in.
Well, no, I told you the night before, Tex, that let's do the stunt flying, like, and he was doing the, like, you know, over the hill and shit.
Yeah,
and he was like G'ing that thing out before it broke, but like. It was coughing when we put fuel in it at the airport, like you were saying a little bit. But
yeah.
Like now that, like you're saying that, like no wonder, because I was calling him out on let's stunt fly the bitch, and he was stunt flying the bitch, dude. And all I know is that auto rotation shit didn't work for us. No way. Fucking
remember how they'd blow off, you know, dynamite or whatever into the cornices and make sure it's all good for certain places that were kind of near the heli operation. Well, Chet, he just had, I don't know what he had, like a Clint Eastwood gun. And
it was
go, bam, 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 and make things just drop. We're like, all right, so I guess we're good to go. Yep. Hit it, boys.
Yeah. I think it was a 9mm, and he would shoot it out the window while he's flying sideways. Yeah, and then he go, "That's my avalanche control, you guys."
Yep.
You're like, all right.
We would land on stuff that he couldn't land on it. He'd have to hover.
Right.
And we'd be on such a little spine of a thing that we'd all get out and stand on this little spine, and then he'd have to spin the helicopter around, and then we get the snowboards off.
Yeah,
and then we're all standing there, and he's like, "All right, hit me up. Down at the landing zone, don't drop in those crevasses or those what do you call it when there's a separation of the glacier?
The crevasse.
A Bergstrom?
A Bergstrom.
Yeah, he's like, watch out for the Bergstroms. Me and Dana didn't know what a Bergstrom is.
Nah, dude, they asked us if we had peepers on, and we put Walkmans on, and we'd be like, "Yeah, we got them. We got them right here." We just have our Walkmans.
No, they were pretty militant about that. We had to go through.
You're definitely dating yourself with a Walkman. I don't even know if someone watching this today would know what a Walkman is.
You know what I mean? Like the old CD fucking players that we used to wear.
I know what it is.
Yeah. Hey, you're just too old, me fucker.
Well, that's probably what you had on.
I'm just saying, though, you know, like, that's like if you know what an Astro Tune is, then you're coming from my era when I was a kid. Which is,
yeah, well, we
an actual, tape recorder that had packed that one on your chest, and the thing was, like this big, and a neoprene case on your chest.
Hey, Tom, just out of curiosity, when did you start snowboarding, and what was the passion that you got into it? Snowboarding.
I started in 1982, but basically been introduced to it earlier in the 70s. All my friends started winter sticking back then because that was what was around in Tahoe. And I just didn't have a board. So Bob Klein, Terry Kidwell, Alan Armbruster. There was probably 15 of my friends who kind of had snowboards back in those days, and then I bought my first snowboard.
Did you have the rope on the front?
What's that?
Did you have the rope on the front?
No, the first board I rode was a Sims Lonnie Toft, which is a plastic board with a gate deck on top of it with just a bungee cord on it. That's the first board I ever rode, and the first board I ever owned was kind of like a Sims 1500.
Didn't you guys have these crazy twin tails on them?
Just Swallow. Yeah, just a Swallowtail.
Yeah, Swallow, but they're big. Yeah.
Yeah, and the winter sticks, yeah. And then the winter stick actually made a round tail also. They were the first. I mean, they're the first. They had P-Tex, and they were way ahead of the game in the 70s. Their boards, their 70s boards still function today as a modern snowboard.
Did you grow up in Tahoe?
Yep, I grew up in Tahoe on North Shore, in Tahoe Vista, and
you're still there.
Basically, I moved to Kings Beach, so I moved a mile from home where I grew up.
Moved a mile.
Nice.
Do you still see Jim Alisi?
I haven't seen Jim Alisi in a long time. Jim Zellers, of course, and Bonnie. They live over in Truckee, but otherwise, early days. Bob Klein's still around. Terry Kidwell's still around.
Oh yeah, Kidwell's still around, huh?
Yep. Yeah.
You ever run into Palmer?
Palmer sometimes too. Yeah, when he's up and around. I see him once, twice a year. So he was only he was like 13 when I first met Palmer. You know what I mean? I was 18. He's 13. And
you got Hetzel up there now.
Yeah, Hetz is up here. There's still
and Matty Goodman. He comes up there.
Matty Goodman at times. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
Actually, next week we're gonna have Matty and Hetzel together, like you and Tex are now.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, the fun. Yeah. I was thinking back to LaGrave, the video that we were watching.
Oh my God!
Shots of bars in there. We were in LaGrave for like a week, hanging out, and then Tex didn't want to leave his girlfriend, so all of us, Mike Hatchett and Rocket, and we went over to Bars to check that out. We'd never been there, which is an hour drive next valley from LaGrave. And so we show up, and they give us this hotel room, and we're all there with Tom Day, and I don't know who else was there. Maybe it was just Rocket. I'm not sure. And we checked into our room, and I noticed in the bathroom there was shut-off valves to the water, so I was dicking with them just because they were there. And they have two separate bathrooms. They have one to take a shit in and one to take a shower in. And so I turned the hot water off, and the hot water went off in the shower room. I'm like, oh, that's funny. And then, like 2 days later, Tex shows up, and they were there for a week. And we'd ride all day, and we'd get back, and everyone would take a hot shower. And Tex would jump in, and I'd go in and start turning down the hot water, turn off. And you just hear him in there just being like, fuck, no hot water. We're like, yeah, those people next door just keep using it. And we're all rolling around on the ground laughing. So for a week straight, Tex had a cold shower every day. And we were just busting up. And he finally, he's like, he got up at like 4 a.m. and he's like, I got a hot shower, and then the next day he went back and did another one, and it went cold, and we were laughing so hard he heard us. He came out and he figured out that we had turned it off, and I had turned it off. And I got the what would you call it? Small skinny guy pummeled by a guy. Twice.
Took you a week to figure that out, Tex?
That's so funny.
I think it was the better part of 5 days, but yeah. And then what I couldn't remember, I thought I came out of the shower wet and naked and I gave you a naked beat down. That's the part I couldn't remember or not.
The towel beat down, and I was.
Nice.
Yeah. Well,
of all the adventures that you guys have been on together, sounds like Europe and Valdez might be some of the best. But does anything stick out for you guys? Like one of the, the A++?
Oh, Mendenhall
Towers.
Yeah.
And where's that at?
That was pretty good. That was in Juneau with Bruce Griggs.
Yeah,
and at one point,
Bonnie.
No one had ever ridden it.
Juneau's like an island, right?
What's that? Juneau
in Alaska. It's like
reverse island.
Yeah.
Reverse Island. There's no road to
Yeah.
there
We went out
or
there.
ferry
We went there
by
with
boat.
Grammy.
A reverse island. It's a landlocked island. I like that.
Yeah.
Hey, Maestro.
So
There's some more hatchet footage that we got. I think it's 3 of 3. That one, it might be a lot of text. Let's go
And
ahead
Jamie
and
Lynn and Gucci.
Let's let her roll.
Double chop.
let her roll.
This might be my best crash ever.
Alaska, and it's just a giant windlip with endless landing. We had a really good session this one day with Jamie Lynn,
Damn.
Gucci, and Nate Cole, and Tex. So all the riders ended up calling it the Humbler because it just looks so perfect and easy when you look at it, but it ends up being kind of hard to judge.
Who's that right there?
Everyone took some kind of wicked slam.
Nate.
Got humbled that day.
Nate Cole. That's Brian Aguchi, I think.
Oh, Gucci, yeah.
yeah.
He was a superstar back in the day. Oh, you'd like that one, D. That's a windlip.
Yeah, it's like the Blackcomb windlet.
Who's that?
That's me.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a wall hit, Tex.
He did.
I didn't crash good enough, so I
This
thought
is
I'd
the one.
harder
I think you
here.
keep going, right?
Throw a couple extras.
Yeah.
Over 100 feet in
You're
distance.
trying for a triple.
So cool to
I
watch.
know, and I was going to do that, but we ran out of fuel in the heli and had to go get gas. I couldn't get another ride up.
Oh,
Quite a few. Just like
that's like what Sabo does.
Hey, that reminds me of the Blackcomb
Throws
windlet.
a couple extra.
Oh, yeah, the crash segment.
Oh,
Ooh.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Broke my binder.
Yeah.
Tahoe somewhere, like around Donner or something.
Yeah. Damn.
It's a little flat. Decided to go in the hot tub.
Yeah, right.
Oh, here's the good one.
That looked a little sketchy.
A lot of time in Alaska.
That was a crack in the fucking line.
Just got
Yeah, it's probably my closest call snowboarding, I think, so far.
Right here.
Yeah, I thought I was like 100 feet to my looker's right over where the jump's smaller. This is first run of the day, too. I wasn't quite warmed up.
This is called.
Oh, right over the burst room.
Yeah, I thought I was
they might
going
be on
in.
top of it.
But
I thought I was going in for sure. I thought it was over.
Yeah, dude, you almost were right in that
For people that
motherfucker,
don't
dude.
know, that thing right there is called a burst room, where
Yeah,
it connects.
Yeah,
they're
that's
usually
what-
at the bottom.
also influenced a lot by standard film.
Yeah.
So we kind of teamed up
Well,
together.
isn't it
started
called
doing
like a
moto
burst room is
trips.
where like glacier meets
Which is
the bottom of the hill kind of thing?
snowboarding for a while.
Lee Tex dirt biking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's all your fault. That's your guys' fault because I was fine making good money being a snowboarder, and then you had to put out Crusty Demons of Dirt. And I'm like, wait, I used to know handers and no footers. I could fit
There's
right
a snowboard line right there.
in.
Yeah, you fit right.
You fit
in.
right in, right?
Did you ever take up dirt bikes, Tom?
Not really. I ride them, but I'm not really. I wouldn't consider myself a biker. I mean, the only motorcycle I really rode was Palmer's at the track.
Hey, you know what? You don't have to though. You guys climb up like El Capitan and all that bullshit, right? That's
Rock climbing a lot.
that's a whole other world.
Those are pretty damn good lines right there.
They're-
Actually, those steep ones.
Here's the one that put me on the map.
Yeah.
This is the best one here.
Oh, I remember this one.
Only hurts when I laugh. Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, you're supposed to do the trick in the apex of the jump, not the landing.
Well, been jumping that jump all day long, and I was doing no-footed cans. And my idea,
That's St. Mars right there.
no, that's Texan on the 500. This is my backyard.
Okay. Is this where we had Tex games?
That's where you had Tex games.
Yeah. That was a cool spot.
Yep.
Tell
Sitting it.
people about Tex Games. That was
Oh.
pretty interesting what you had going there.
Well, we had boxing, and we had truck tug of wars, and we had a ghost ride contest, and anybody could BMX, skateboard, or jump their dirt bike, basically. And then what else did we have? I think that's about
I think
it.
I had my Ford
Nevada
up there, and I
bull
ripped
riding.
you guys' bumper off.
You had the band.
We had 20 bands. We didn't have bull riding to the second and third year in Reno. And
Right.
when we went to Reno, Tom came to the Tex Games in Reno.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
backyard Tex Games.
and Andy
for me.
Hetzel was there too. And I think Andy let all the bulls out because the bulls ran through the crowd and across the street and never came back.
Yeah, that was
So we had a running
Yeah,
of the
the bulls.
bulls also.
Spain style.
It was
That
full
sounds
on
like
mayhem of running of the bulls.
Yeah.
Sounds like a
That
Hetzel move.
was the funniest shit ever.
And then the other guy stole the water truck and got it stuck on a tabletop, so we had to dump all the water out to get it unstuck, which started the first annual event of 50 pit bike smash up derby.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So that happened. Then
And girls boxing,
girls mud wrestling and boxing.
mud wrestling, yeah.
And boxing.
WWF,
Yep.
UFC style. Girls
Yeah.
in mud.
Yep. And Bubba filmed from the ultralight, which I can't believe it took off with him.
I don't think he was very comfortable with that.
They used twice as much gas. I know that part.
Yep. Probably had the twice pipes on that one.
Yeah. Tex
Cool.
Game. That was a good one. And we might do it again here pretty soon and revolve it around trucks and UTVs, but still have everything else also and get our UTV off-road. I'm going to carry Dana's legacy up here.
Right?
We might have to haul that one up there, D.
Yeah.
Go to the next Tex Games.
Well, when we get the new Gordon car, we'll go. Tex has a Gordon car also on order.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Have you tried those, Tom? The UTVs?
No. No, I haven't been in a super modern.
You'd
one.
have a blast. There's
Older
4
one.
wheels. You got a roll cage.
Yep.
You know. With age comes the
Yep.
cage.
It's like a golf cart, only better.
We're having a blast in ours. It's like way too fast. Now Dana wants to go to faster one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. With age comes cage. Got to keep playing, right?
So there's going to be a Tex Games coming up. You going to go up there, Tom? Check it out.
If there's one, probably try to make it. Just because, then it becomes like it's kind of like the wheelchair games,
Yeah. Instead of
around.
Yeah. Along with freestyle motocross, we're going to have freestyle off-road tough truck. So it'll be like a monster truck format, but nobody can monster truck because no one can really afford to have a monster truck. So it's going to be the same kind of contest, but as long as there's some kind of a roll cage and a helmet and a seat belt, you can enter. Yeah.
Yep.
I already see some wall hits right there. we saw quite a few at the last Tex Games, I think.
I mean, those
Broken
were literal
trucks.
wall hits, but
yeah. We're building a brand new Crusty truck down in Australia right now.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Like, people can't afford those. That comes with a promoter and a show and all that because they're about $350,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing a show Tex, a motorsports deal with two monster trucks, a rocket car, and then we got Seth's all Ranger down there. Seth's fixing that up for Seth to air out in and shit too. So
nice,
cool.
So freestyle, enduro racing, monster trucks. The rocket car, what it does is it pulls up to a car and just melts it until it just melts to the ground.
Yeah, and still can shoot around too.
And then Bubba's going to come out. we're making a monster truck with an ice cream truck body, and Bub's
Yeah.
going to come out all pissed off and run over everything, porta potties, run over people's bikes.
Yeah, a whole
got a
show
whole
of
segment
mayhem,
for Bub.
like fucking ghost ride bikes, all kinds of shit, just fucking destruction.
Is this in Australia?
Yeah.
Australia.
I want to start the show off like, you know, when they put the dude in the box, the coffin thing, they blow him up with dynamite. Do that to you.
Yeah. That guy's still alive?
Died, bro.
Yeah, I remember him. Is he still alive? And there's the Dynamite Lady too.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think you can kill him, Tex.
Yeah, have to take him out, bro.
If we find him, we'll tell him about the Tex.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's pretty amazing that you know what we all played in. You know, I mean, like you guys starting with the snowboard flicks back in the day, and doing all the stunts and movie pieces, and you know, turned into such a fun, like, you know, 40 years of career for any or all of us be involved in. You know, it's just the progression.
Parts,
yeah,
the parts that we gave you guys, like in the snowboard days, in
What's that?
Creatures of Habit, it was not only, you know, good riding and stuff like that, but it was like finding the character out of each one of you guys, you know what I mean, and putting that character on film, and people got to pretty much live vicariously watching these films and go, oh, I could do that, you know, and they can't.
Yeah.
Can't do what you guys do.
And you can't film it like John did, or edit it like John and Dana did.
Hey, you know, by the way, Tex, I found, Tex and Tom, I found all the masters. We sent them out to, we're going to try to bump them all up. And I found all the Creatures of Habit, John's whole series of snowboard movies. And I think
we had like 7.
Well, none of them have ever been put on DVD or digitized. So I'm going to digitize them all and put them on the site digitally, so you guys will have access to them all. You know,
very cool.
Off of
nice.
We're gonna
very nice.
Around
might as well dust them off.
And we're gonna bump them up to 4K, or well, not 4K, just whatever high res we can. You know, so see if I could give some high res versions of the old school shit. That'd be cool, huh?
Yeah, great. And I think people, the modern crowd would also like to see all that.
For sure.
The modern crowd, how
nostalgic.
They hit jumps and everything. They spin like a million fucking spins. Like, I can't even wrap my head around that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they don't have as much fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they don't have white Varnays, I'll bet you.
Nope.
Well, I'm just glad I made the cut in your snowboard movies, because I didn't make the cut till the very last one when we bumped into each other in the backcountry at Mammoth that time.
Oh, was that Spot X back there?
Yeah, and that's how I got to be in your movie. We just met up. I was with Fulton, and we rented snow machines from the same snowmobile company, Billy Bob's snowmobile rental. And so Billy Bob, you could fish and sit in hot springs and snowboard all in the same day, all from the same snowmobile kind of deal.
Nice.
And then we pull up and we see this big monstrosity of a takeoff, which was turned into a quarter pipe, pretty much.
Pipe.
That Damien was building. So we rode over to take a look, and that's when I met all you guys and met Damien and kind of jumped higher than everybody else on the quarter pipe that day.
Are you talking about the quarter pipe in Mammoth, or the one in Canada?
In Mammoth.
Mammoth backcountry. Mammoth backcountry.
Snowmobile.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Burt went with
Damien shoveled it out.
Spot X.
Did we have to get towed into that, or? I remember that fucking thing. That was cool. Yeah.
Zabo was there.
Yeah. Do you remember the Blackcomb?
Sethro.
Have you ever hit the Blackcomb?
Yeah, you guys threw Sethro, fireman carry.
Yeah, like a lawn dart.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom, you remember Spot X?
Yeah. Now the
big
Blackcomb
tortoise?
wind lips. Oh, yeah, X for sure.
Oh yeah,
That was
was a
your
big
guys.
drop.
Like, we're
You
not telling
and
anyone
Mikey
where this
B and
is. Our
Dana.
filming zone.
Yeah, but what about the blind?
Yep.
What about? Hey, go ahead and talk about the windlip because to me that's my favorite jump in the world. Remember that one?
The one at Blackcomb.
Yeah.
Blackcomb. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, you guys.
That's actually
you guys
the front
were hitting it
cover
up,
of Creatures of Habit
filming.
1. Dana.
Oh yeah, that's on the cover, huh?
Yeah.
That's on the cover.
You guys
It's
were
off
hitting
the
that,
windlip.
or the first time I wasn't there.
Oh, you weren't? Didn't we go back with OP or something
I wasn't
when
there
we didn't?
the first time.
Yeah, you went the second time or something, huh?
Yeah, I wasn't there the first time, but because you guys filmed all those early shots, and then the second time I was there, and I was there teaching when I was teaching Craig Kelly's camp. And we go
Oh, yeah,
that
yeah.
thing too.
Well, when's the last time you've been up to Alaska, Tom?
Probably 3 years ago. Last time I was there.
Wow, that's not long ago.
We haven't been there in a long time.
we've been trying to go back.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, you got any more things you want to say, Johnny, or what?
What's coming up next for you, Tom?
Summertime, kiting, foiling, riding till into July, then back to France, doing some surfing over there, and
When you say foiling, are you getting towed, or are you riding a wave, or what?
Any style, whether it's kite, wing, riding wave, or behind a boat.
Okay.
It's just fun. It's kind of like doing pow turns all day. Riding a foil. Foil
I've never
board,
tried
so
it. It's super cool.
It's just smooth and it basically has the same feeling as when you ride pow on a snowboard.
That's the hydrofoil, right?
Drop into what's that?
Yeah.
That's the hydrofoil.
Yeah, when the surfboard actually comes up out of the water and you got
this awesome
wing bottom off the skag on the bottom.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You're just flying a wing in the water.
How's the learning curve on that one?
It's all relative. Everything's gotten easier. The wings have gotten better, more stable, so it gets quicker. It's it's easiest to learn kind of like behind a boat or an e-foil.
Yeah.
Have the power.
Then you learn how it kind of rises up and how to maneuver.
Yeah, it's not maneuver so much as it is how to fly the wing and keep the wing in the water. It's really easy to, have your board pointed up and you shoot out of the water, or have it pointed down and you go back down.
So it's real. It sounds like it's real touchy.
At first, it seems like it's real touchy, but then after a while, you get your body adjusts and you get the feeling of it, and basically the wing is pushing up at you and you're pushing down, holding it there, and it just is pressure.
And if you pump on it, you get more speed, like pumping it.
Yeah, you pump just like you'd pump a tranny on a skate park, except you're just
I've seen guys do it. I've seen dudes do it in Hawaii like it's nothing, like catch waves and then pump around where it's flat and then go back to where the wave is, and they make it look easy.
I've seen Laird Hamilton do that at Point Doom, and he went from we ride Little Doom and we ride a point wave, but I saw this man take off on the outside set, and I was like, who the hell? That's a man walking on water. He rode the first point, pumped it, got the second point, pumped it, got another little point, pumped it, and then kicked out at Paradise Cove. That's 4 coves down, and walked off the beach and went home.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell is that guy?
Yeah, it's incredible. You don't need a breaking wave. You just need a swell in the ocean, and you get an energy out of it. Your wing in the water picks it up. It's a crazy wonderful amount of power that you get out of it. It's smooth and fast and fun.
And he's been taking that thing to the extreme, like at Jaws and different places like
Oh
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
people riding it all over.
yeah.
Um,
Cool,
so
guys.
and
Well, maybe this is a wrap. That was a good conversation with both you guys. Fun to have you both on at the
it's nice.
same time.
Yeah.
It's nice
Yeah.
to see everyone's ugly mug. I haven't seen Desner or Jones in a while.
Right.
Tex, I got to see this winter, which is always wonderful.
Yeah.
Well,
Nice.
Yeah. All the other shows have been good. I'm kind of catching up with
Suppose
them
I have
all,
to
but
come.
really like the Herbie and Nathan. That was pretty killer.
Yeah, we
Right.
did them a couple weeks ago.
Well, hey, Tom, me and the wife are going to be hitting Tahoe coming up this spring. Should I look you up, pop in, and give you a shaka?
Yeah,
Absolute.
yeah, for sure.
Well,
When are you
I know
coming
I'll
up?
be catching Tex. I don't know. We're thinking around somewhere in July-ish. You know what I mean? I don't know if you're around it somewhere in July, August. We've been
All right.
going. We go up to Mammoth with the UTVs, and we go UTVing up out there.
Oh, nice.
on the south side, or where is it?
We go to a place called Brown's Owens Campground, like Crawley Lake and all that, like in between Bishop and Mammoth, all the ways to up into that ghost town, that Bodie ghost town. And there's just like hundreds of miles you can UTV around that place. Yep. Well, it's basically like we ride all the ways up into Spot X, but up into the snow in the summertime, into like little glacier lakes and all that crap, But Tex will be up there with us.
There'll be plenty of glacier this year.
Yeah, I know, right?
I would imagine.
Probably year round, but yeah, no, good seeing you guys and catching up with you guys. It's been a while.
Tex, would you like to do a little shout out about what you're up to right now and the project you're working on?
Oh, we're just doing up the backyard RV style, and then working on my freestyle motorcycle course and making it wider and mellowing some of the jumps out for when I do get my speed UTV when it comes, and so riders can come out and ride and plug into the RV hookups and kick it my style pretty much.
Right on. Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, living the dream still.
You already making jumps to UTV, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm melting them out. So kids can learn to jump, and then we can jump our cars, trucks, and four-wheel caged vehicles, and we can be safe about it, right?
I wish you were down here.
Yeah, right.
Hey, we're going to take the trophy truck out Saturday. I wish you were down. You could take the truck out with me and go ripping again. Yeah.
Yeah. I might be on the road here in a couple of weeks headed south if things work out right. And so you might see me before too long here in next month, possibly.
All right, cool. Keep me posted, man.
Cool. I will. Good to see you guys, man. Thanks for having me on the show again.
Yeah, Tom.
Of course.
Yep. Thank you guys too.
Story
Thanks,
time.
Tom. Thanks, Tex.
All right, boys. Well, let's tap out.
All right.
We'll sign off.
Till the next time.
All right. Sounds good. Don't
Cheers.
go changing.
Yeah. Don't forget to change that spark plug, Tex.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
John,
all right, guys.
Do a little shout out for next week and tell everyone.
Yeah, well, we got Maddie Goodman and fucking Hetzel. So if you guys got you want me to pass a buck off to him, you got any message for Hetzel or Maddie G?
Just send her love.
Yeah, I haven't seen Matty G in a while, so definitely let him know.
He still looks the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you call him Marty for me, then it'll all be good.
Oh, you got it. I'll hit Marty right up. Yeah, Marty and I'm gonna pull some good footage out for us on that one. So
yeah, he'll know I was there if you say Marty. So
you got it.
Perfect. Getting the band back together.
Sounds good. I'll keep you posted on those remakes of the DVDs or the.
Sure. Yeah, D.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah. All right. Well, Shaka, sign
out.
All right.
All right, guys.
Adios. Y'all take care.
Cheers.
All right. And John, where can all our fans find us here? Do a little shout out where they can find us.
So go to vaultofchaos.com. You can see all our episodes. I think we're on like 24 now
Yes,
in a
sir.
row. We do these things on every Tuesday, California time, 3 o'clock p.m. And also look us up on crusty.com. You can find everything right there. And also on YouTube, official Crusty Demons YouTube.
Absolutely.
So come
Beautiful.
check us out.
Until next week, all
Okay.
the very best, one and all. And that's a sign off. Thank
Sayonara.
you. Hasta la vista.